morning to our viewers and listeners. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. We are coming to you live from the Government Information Center studios in Windhoek. I am your host, Grace Cavey, and it is a pleasure to be in your company this morning. As usual, do join us on our social media pages, Facebook at Government Information Center-GIC and YouTube at Government Information Center GIC. On our information sharing session today, we are discussing the Local Manufacturers Registration Initiative under the government stores. And to shed more light on this initiative, I'm joined in studio by Ms. Connie Campbell, the Deputy Director at Centralized Services under the Ministry of Works and Transport, and Ms. Agnes Shopala, the Control Administrative Officer under Stock Provision Government Stores from the Ministry of Works and Transport. Ms. Connie Campbell, good morning and welcome to the Government Information Center.
Good morning, Grace, and thank you for affording us this opportunity.
Okay, Ms. Agnes Shopala, welcome to the Government Information Center and good morning to you.
Thank you, good morning, Grace, and thank you for having us here.
You're welcome. Now, to start our discussion, Ms. Campbell, please give us a history and background of the government stores and its mandate.
Okay, thank you for the question. Firstly, we would want to inform the public that the government stores is actually a subdivision within the division Centralized Services, which also under the division, we also have auction services as well as stock provisioning, which also now covers government stores. The mandate of the government stores is the central acquisition, storage and distribution of standard government supplies to all offices, ministries, agencies, state-owned enterprises, local authorities, and regional councils. And we procure centrally to ensure that there is consistent and quality supplies, always readily available. And by doing so, we benefit in terms of economies of scale. So that is the government stores in a nutshell.
Ms. Campbell, when you say you procure centrally, what does that mean?
What it means is the government stores actually look at the demands of all OMAs, and then we subsequently advertise bids, of which we award then, and then we stock the supplies. So whenever office, ministry, agency, or state-owned enterprise is in need of these standard items, they will then visit the government stores, and they will then procure these items from us and not procure it from outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that through auction? Or?
No. But as I said, there's two subdivisions within the division Centralized Services. We've got the stock provisioning, under which the government stores falls.
Okay.
And then we've got another leg, which is the auctioning.
Okay.
But then with the auctioning, what we do at the auctioning subdivision is that we conduct auctions of obsolete, redundant, worn and damaged items to the public on behalf of other ministries, offices, and agencies. So that is separate from the government stores per se.
Okay.
Okay.
While we are at the auction, just staying with you still, who is eligible for this auction?
When it comes to auctions, we do advertise in the newspapers whenever we have an auction. These auctions are conducted throughout the country, and we would advertise, and it is advertised for the public. So anyone that's interested in bidding for those items on auction can then go to the auction, register themselves. There's usually a registration fee involved, and then they can bid. And then the highest offer would then be be awarded that bid in terms of that specific item, be it vehicles, be it equipment, be it furniture.
Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you for that clarity.
Thank you, Grace.
Now, Ms. Shopala, how do you ensure that your services are accessible countrywide?
Thank you for the question. Government store ensure that our product is accessible to all owners by where we have that we have 6 government store countrywide, starting in government store in Windhoek, which is a central of government store and the head office of government store. Windhoek is serving 3 regions, which is Commerce region, Omaheke region, and the part of Hardap region. We have also a government store at Cape Mansop, which is serving Maras region and the part of Hardap region again.
Okay.
Then we have another government store at Ochivarongo. Ochivarongo is serving Ochozonjupa, Erongo, and the Kunene region. We have another government store at Ondangwa. Ondangwa is serving Omusati, Oshana, Ohangwena, and Oshikoto. We have another government store at Rundu, which is serving 2 Kavango East and the Kavango West. And the last one is the Katima Muliro. The Katima Muliro is serving the whole entire Zambezi region. Then we think everybody is covered. You can go where it's nearby government store it is.
So, Ms. Shopala, when you're saying your services are accessible in all regions, who can access your services?
It's OMAS.
Only OMAS.
OMAS. And also parastatal, they can access to government store. We can also issue to private school. And also embassy, they can buy from us.
Okay. How can they buy from you? What is the process?
There is a process to follow. Government store, we have a system when we are issuing our stock to our customers. Then when you come to us, like, let me say it's embassy, you're given a code which is allow you to be in our system. Then since you are from the embassy, you are not from OMAS, we will buy on cash sale. You just identify the item which you want from government store. Then we create an order for you. We print you invoice. You go and pay. Once you pay, we issue your stock.
Okay. All right. Now, talking about the new initiative, you have a new directive to prioritize procurement of goods from local manufacturers. Kindly explain what this means to local manufacturers and what is expected of them, Ms. Campbell.
Okay, in July 2025, Cabinet issued a directive instructing all OMAS to procure from the central government stores. And also instructing the Ministry of Works, under which we reside, that the government stores should prioritize local manufacturers, procuring from local manufacturers. That is in line with the agenda of Namibia's industrialization and job creation agenda of NDP 6. And subsequently, the Ministry of Works, the government stores, advertised an expression of interest in December last year, where manufacturers were requested to come and register themselves on an eligibility list for them to be considered for preferential procurement processes in terms of restrictive bidding. That it was done in terms of the Public Procurement Act, Section 31(1)(c), and the Public Procurement Regulations, Section 14(1). The main objective of this expression of interest was actually for us to create a manufacturer's database and also for us to establish what is the country's manufacturing capability.
Yes.
And by doing so, we would then be able to identify those items within our catalogs, the standard items that we are supplying to OMAS, that we should reserve specifically for the preferential procurement process in terms of local manufacturing.
Okay.
That is basically what this expression of interest is for then.
Okay. Now, Ms. Chopala, following on that, what types of goods does the government stores procure?
Government stores procure plus minus 11,000 items. I will not mention them all,
Okay.
but we have different of warehouses at the government store. We have it's named by section. Section 1 is for cleaning material, where you find oral hygiene product. It's also where we are selling toilet paper. We have also section 03 to 08, where is our hardware is for the gardens, panga, wheelbarrow, and also battery and everything you can use it in the garden. We have also 09, is the furniture section. This section can sell furniture for the office, furniture for school like a chair, desk, table. Then we have section 12. 12 is for uniform. And we have 13 is also for household, where you find broom, mop, trolley, and everything you can use it. We have also section 14 for education material, where you find pen, pencil, for school, whatever our kids are using at school. Then we have also section 15 is for official document and the face value. Face value, we are also talking like receipt book. Receipt you get when you go to hospital is from government store.
Oh, okay.
And also receipt when you pay fine at the police, or you go to for your child-based face certificate, home affairs. Those are face value from government store.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, Ms. Campbell, please take us through the procurement process for government stores.
Okay, as we speak, the government store currently manages 13 procurement contracts, of which 9 have already been awarded prior to the directive from Cabinet. These contracts that were awarded, the 9, are due to expire during the 27-28 financial year. Our procurement opportunities are primarily advertised through the government e-procurement portal, where suppliers can access bid documents and submit proposals. In urgent situations, we do request for quotations, which is also issued through the same portal to speed up the procurement process. Most of our procurement process as we speak are restricted to small and medium enterprises, our SMEs, in line with government policy, except now where items may be reserved specifically for local manufacturers.
Okay.
Suppliers are therefore encouraged to always regularly monitor the e-procurement portal for new bidding opportunities.
Okay. What are the requirements for manufacturers to register?
As outlined in the expression of interest, manufacturers interested to be included in the eligibility list, or we can also call it the manufacturer's database, must submit documents to the central government stores. It's like a proposal that you will be submitting. This should include a cover letter, company profile. What should be contained in the company profile should be information like background, history of the company, the key personnel that you, like your structure.
Yes, yes.
How your operations are, key personnel involved within your manufacturing plant, their qualifications, because we would want to know if you are manufacturing, let's say, cleaning material. Do you have the necessary skill, the necessary knowledge to ensure that your product that you are manufacturing can be utilized for human utilization? Another aspect, then basically they need to submit the normal mandatory documents that is usually required in terms of bidding for government. That's your copy of your affirmative action, copy of your SME registration, copy of your social security, your NAMRA. In addition to that, they also need to provide us with a fitness certificate. Because we'll need to go and assess if it is the truth, whether there is such a manufacturer at that premises. In the absence of a fitness certificate, a valid agreement, lease agreement, will also suffice. And then what they also need to do, they need to submit with the proposal and evidence of previous contracts. Where they will indicate what was the value thereof, who was the company that they had supplied, and the duration thereof. And also attach a brochure for the items that they are manufacturing. Once they've got all this information together, the proposal is prim and proper, they can then submit it at the central government stores. Yeah.
What happens to a manufacturer who doesn't supply all these documents that you require? Do you contact them, or do you disqualify them?
At this stage, with the pre-registration, there's basically no disqualification criteria. For us, it's first to look at, as I said, we want to assess the manufacturer's capability of the country. So once we've registered them, there would be a site inspection to verify indeed if there is such operations as they are claiming happening at the site which they indicated. And once we've affirmed that, we will then come and they will now be informed to say you've made it or you haven't made it, because we also need to know that it's not a thing of if you are on the list, you automatically. As I said, the preferential procurement will be towards local manufacturers, but these manufacturers will also now be required to bid against each other.
Yes.
But that will only be in terms of a restrictive bidding exercise, restrictive bidding. And when it comes to the restrictive bidding, they will be called, and in terms of all bidding documents, they will then be required to submit this documentation. And it's only thereafter that an evaluation criteria will be applied by our bid evaluation committee. But for now, you submit what you have, we see, we assess, we inspect, and then we come and revert back to you to say, you've made it. Or alternatively, advise you as to why you have not been considered, for you to go and do the necessary amendments to ensure that you are registered. Okay.
Ms. Campbell, what is a restrictive bidding process that you're talking about?
A restrictive bidding process is by which, in terms of the Public Procurement Act, government have now identified that we need to capacitate local manufacturers. So then local manufacturers have now become a restrictive criteria, meaning when you do a restrictive bidding process for local manufacturers, the competition would then only be amongst the manufacturers. Because when it comes to manufacturing, there are certain operational costs, that they need to filter in within their pricing. And now if they need to bid against, let's say, per se, the normal SME, in most cases, the SME might be cheaper because of the SME not carrying those additional operational costs,
Yes.
like a renting of a building, paying of staff, and so forth. So currently, with the current procurement processes, it actually has been unfair towards our manufacturers. And that is what government have identified now and say, okay, let's do this. Let's create this opportunity for these manufacturers to bid amongst, against each other, and then we level the playing field.
Okay. That's much clearer.
Thank you.
Thank you for staying tuned in. We are discussing the local manufacturers registration initiative under the garment stores from the Ministry of Works and Transport, with my studio guest, Ms. Connie Campbell, the Deputy Director at Centralized Services under the Ministry of Works and Transport, like I said, and Ms. Agnes Shopala, the Control Administrative Officer, Stock Provision Garment Stores under the Ministry of Works. Now, Ms. Campbell, back to you. Is there a closing date for this registration?
Grace, for now, we do not have, there is no closing date for the expression of interest, because as we previously alluded, the expression of interest is actually for the ministry to establish an eligibility list in terms of local manufacturers, as well as to assess the manufacturing capability.
In Namibia.
And this eligibility list is being established in terms of Regulation 14 of the Public Procurement Act, which stated that any company or any manufacturer can, at any given time, come and register. Why we did it like that is that we also now want to encourage the youth to look at this opportunity and see to it that they can maybe come together, and set up something.
Yes.
Another initiative that the government has is the youth fund. So the youth can look at this. We've got this funding where we can put in proposals. Once we get the funding, we set ourselves up, and then we go and register at the government stores.
As a manufacturer.
As a manufacturer. You see, that's why we don't have any closing date for now.
Okay.
As I say, anybody can come at any given time, and he or she will be registered. Thank you.
That is a very great initiative for the youth out there. Ms. Shopala, briefly explain to us what is reservation of items for local manufacturers?
So far now, there is no, it's not all item reserved for manufacturer. There is all those items cannot be manufactured within our country. And this item can be advertised in open national bidding document where all SME can compete through the normal process for procurement framework. And for manufacturer, as we say that, first they have to register themselves.
Yes.
Then when you register what you are capable of doing. Once we finish with the registration, then they will also go through bidding process.
Okay.
Then they will compete themselves. The whole process it have to be done through evaluation. They will also require to bring a sample to see if it's really matching our demand.
Yes.
Then after that is where you can see that now I'm in. But as we're saying now, they have to register themselves. And then we will see who registered to manufacture school furniture and desk. All those people who are capable of doing those things, they will then compete themselves. And there is those, they are not manufacturing locally, like I'm saying hardware.
Yes.
I don't know if we have a manufacturer who can do panga or can do house paper and all those things. I don't know, maybe they are there. They can, everybody who know that he can do something, you are free to come at the government store and view our item. If you, maybe you can manufacture them. Those people, they cannot, those items cannot be manufactured local. They are still going through open national bidding document where everybody in Namibia open to apply if even you don't have a manufacturer.
Okay. Now, as we are nearing the end of our conversation, Ms. Campbell, please tell us, how do you ensure that local manufacturers comply with standards, and take us through the monitoring and evaluation process that you use for this?
Manufacturers interested in registering should know that one of the elements that the ministry would look at is insurance, compliance with national standards, that they have the necessary certification and accreditation in place. Because remember, we are supplying OMAS.
Yes.
And we have to ensure that we supply, the items that we supply are, meeting the national standards. So they have to get the necessary accreditation, they need to get the necessary certification. From our side, as I previously alluded, we will be doing verification and site inspections to also now look at what are your manufacturing capability. You might be a manufacturer. Yes. The type of contracts that we award is quite huge. So if I can look an example, I'm just making now an example. Our demand would be, let's say, 10,000 school desks that needs to be supplied within a time frame of 2 months. We need to assess that the manufacturing capability of a certain manufacturer, what is their output per day? For us to also be sure that if this manufacturer is awarded, this manufacturer will be able to meet our demand before the due date. So as I said, we'll be doing site inspection to ascertain whether you are indeed a manufacturer. What is your manufacturing capability? These site inspections will also continue throughout, because as I said, one of the criteria of this initiative is that we want to create jobs.
Yes.
Meaning that if the government stores buys from any manufacturer, I think the impact that it should have, that we desire, is that due to these contracts that such a manufacturer is getting from the government stores, that will push that manufacturer to expand. And in expanding, such manufacturer would need to now employ more people. And in doing so, we are getting the youth of the street. And that is one of the elements we'll also continuously assess. Are we getting our return of investment? Thank you, guys.
That is great. That is a great initiative. Now that we have come to the end of our discussion, any closing remarks from you, Ms. Chopala?
What I want to add is, as I said, we have 6 regional stores countrywide. As I said, if there is anyone who wants to come and see what we are offering, or maybe is able to manufacture them, there is no need for you to come in Windhoek.
Yes.
You can go around all the region I'm mentioning here. Because our government store is uniform. What we have in Windhoek is what is happening at the other region. You can go there and view what we have there, then you have information from them. And the other thing I want to say, I want just add to our manufacturer that when they are register themselves, they are also need to know that we need quality for our customers.
Yes.
They must put that on consideration. That is
And
all.
meet the standards.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Chopala. Ms. Connie, any final
Okay, final remark from me is actually that I would implore the youth especially to make use of the initiatives that the government is putting up to ensure that we attain our targets in terms of NDP6 and in terms of Vision 2030, of which one of the ones that align with what we are doing is the Youth Development Fund and the preferential procurement of goods from local manufacturers. Collectively and together, we can achieve those targets. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Chopala, for your time, and Ms. Campbell for your time this morning. Need I say more, Namibia? This is a great opportunity for young and old Namibians to register and become local manufacturers. We have come to the end of our discussion on local manufacturers registration initiative. From us, please stay tuned in for more impactful sessions after this. Thank you.